Hello everyone, Chcoolo Roberto here for another video review. This time we have Weekly Welsh's Coffee and Biscuits in devilish dark chocolate. A bit of reflection going on there. Yeah, so basically, I've done a couple of Weekly Welsh reviews, so I won't labour the point, but just if it is, the UK is divided into 4 countries, Wales is one of them, England, Scotland, Northern Ireland are the others. So it would be nice. I saw their company on Twitter, I think. So I followed them and I think they follow me, I'm not sure. I've been meaning to review their chocolate for a long time, it's always looked lovely, and I thought why not? So finally bit the bullet and did it. So they have various things, but basically this is their bar section of chocolates, and I thought it was just going to be like a tab. Having reviewed, like you get in sort of slate or slab, whatever you want to say, that you get in places like Hotel Chocolate and stuff. But it is actually a bar, so this is the reverse, and it's actually I think a 3x6 bar or something like that. I can't remember. We'll find out in a minute. But yeah, it doesn't have any nutrition information on it, so I can't give you that. I might try and do a caption if I can. But yes, it says blah blah blah. Handwrite Weekly Welsh Chocolate Company, handmade in Wales by us for you. We make great tasting chocolates. It's that simple. So yeah, so this is their generic blurb. They don't actually have blurb. I think one of them I did rewound custard. Well, Fruitylicious they had. Specific blurb, but this one just talks about how good their chocolate is really and generally. I do like wickedlywelsh.co.uk. So between 12 and 18 degrees, I like that. It's that little note there. Yeah, so there we go. So quite nice packaging. It's quite no frills really. You can see the Welsh dragon there. So not too bad. And of course, the website there if you're interested. Yeah, so they're quite expensive though, these bars, about £4 each I think, really, so it's quite not cheap, but they are, not mass produced, it's it is a sort of, a company that makes their own chocolate, so it's not surprising. Right, okay, so let's give it an open. So, I think you probably meant to open it from the other side, but I don't like ripping the the seal here. Okay, so here we go. Look at that! Wow. Oh yes. Right. So you can see it's a reverse here, but then you can see the other side. There's the chocolate itself with a little design. So you can see little swirls in there. You see the bottom there, some cocoa beads. So I think the other gist of it is this is kind of poured on separately. You can see there's some not in this bar particularly, but you can see there's kind of like where the blob has gone over. So you can see there it's not quite filled the corner, for instance. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's a lovely finish. Little coffee beans. I assume they're coffee beans anyway. Yeah. So chocolate biscuit. Smells. Doesn't smell overly of. Smells more of dark chocolate, and you have to get quite close to smell it. But I'm looking forward to this one. I love biscuits. I love coffee chocolate. So I think we'll just do it. I always do this. Yeah, so just have a quick. Yeah, I apologise for some noise in the background, by the way. So it turns out someone's mowing the lawn, I think. So can't really stop them. It's a reasonably nice day. It's about 16.5. I think they've just stopped mowing the lawn now, so that's good. We're by about 7.5. So there we go. Yes. Ooh. Yeah. So look at that. Yes. That's what I like. Look at that, filled with stuff. Looks absolutely beautiful. Lots of biscuit pieces. Big coffee bean there, whatever it is. Fake coffee bean, real coffee bean. I don't know. Wow, that's really nice. So yeah, as you can see, it is a 6x4 bar. So it's not a massive bar, I have to say, but it does look lovely. Look at that. Yeah. Yes. Let's give it a taste. Well, these coffee beans, fake or not, as the little mo kicks back in again. They're very crunchy and crispy. And the biscuits, lovely. And you do get a really nice coffee kick actually, and the dark chocolate's not too bitter. It's really nice as well. It's just a combination of 4 things that really goes well actually. Just kind of soft coffee bean there. The coffee bean really, whatever it is, doesn't really taste of much actually. It's just a sort of dry, you know, it's just a crunch really. It's just there for effect. It doesn't taste of much at all. It tastes a bit like a sort of outer shell of something that's, you know, just a crispy shell of something, like a very soft peanut shell or something. But it's nice. It's a nice crunch. It gives you a nice crunch. You buy it. So the dark chocolate. It's a funny one because when you obviously there's dark chocolate there, and you can see the dark chocolate, but really on the inside it's mainly sort of, the dark chocolate's quite thin actually. I don't know if you can tell. I would say the inside doesn't look to be very dark chocolatey, does it? Can you see the difference there? So I don't really know what to make of that. I don't know. It doesn't really taste of dark chocolate either. So it does. I don't know what they've swirled in there, and you can see the swirls. It's clearly milk chocolate, isn't it? Or well, milk chocolate. I was going to say. I was going to say something with milk added to it. But yeah, that which makes no sense. So yeah, so it's clearly milk chocolate. But you know, coffee maybe, I don't know, but so I would say if you're expecting a dark chocolate bar, you don't really get that from it. Just slightly, but it's very creamy. And the crispy bits are quite nice as well. Small crispy bits though, they're quite subtle crispy bits, but they're constantly there. I'm not getting a massive coffee taste. It's quite subtle. Well, for me it's not very dark chocolatey because it's a very, this is the edge of the bar, so that's why there's a bit of more of a dark chocolate bit on that bit, but you can see it's kind of just the top really. In the middle is really a sort of milk chocolate blend. I don't really know what it is, it's hard to say. But you can see the dark chocolate around the edge. Clearly doesn't continue on into the middle. Whatever's in the middle is, maybe it's, I don't know, but I mean, it looks to me like it's got milk in it anyway. Obviously you can see lots of biscuit pieces, which is nice. It is nice, but I say it doesn't really, I don't think it's very dark chocolatey really. I think you basically got coffee and biscuit, and the coffee being a milk coffee, or the sort of representation of that is something with milk in it, and that's been kind of stirred around and poured on top and into the bar. And it's created that. So in effect, you've got a very thin dark chocolate layer around the outside and a bit thicker around the edges, and then quite sort of milk chocolatey centre with lots of biscuity pieces in, which is very nice. But it is very creamy bar. It's a creamy bar. So I think if you're after dark chocolate, you might be disappointed with this. For me, I like it, but it's definitely very creamy though. I still think this is quite a bit too creamy for me. So you know, it's definitely not like dark chocolate at all. It's bordering on a bit too creamy for me as well. You know, so and I would say the coffee taste is quite subtle really. I'm not getting a strong coffee flavour. So it is there, but you're mainly getting a cream flavour. It's mainly like probably more like a latte, I guess. I don't think that's intentional though. I don't think it's meant to be a latte. I think it is meant to be more of a refined, dark, strong coffee. But that isn't what I'm getting at all. I am getting more of a latte, as I say. So a bit disappointed. But like the biscuit pieces, it's hard to rate the chocolate because it's so thin. You are mainly getting this cream centre rather than the chocolate. So it's hard for me to particularly comment on the chocolate. But as I say, you don't really taste this dark chocolate. Yeah. So I've just nibbled off a bit of the layer there. So it's nice. I just tried it, and it's nice actually. But yeah, it's not really a dark chocolate bar, this at all. So I think 3.5 That's a 5, I think, for me, this one. It is nice. I like the crunchy bits. The biscuit pieces are lovely. The coffee bits are really there just for show. They don't really taste of anything. The little coffee beans or whatever they are. Yeah, overall a nice bar, but yeah, I think it's definitely not really a dark chocolate, and it doesn't really taste of strong coffee. It's very subtle, but it is there. You know, those flavours are there, but they're just very subtle. The predominant flavour is the biscuit and the sort of creamy centre, really, the creamy coffee-ish centre. So I think latte with dark chocolate sprinkles on top and crispy bits, and that's what you've got here. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment or two. Hope you enjoyed the review. Take care. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.